go back and go, should have done this, should have done that. They can't. We might get a shot at them again next week.
Bishop to Rook 9. Red Mountain win it.
You're watching the Lion Pride pregame brought to you by RMTV, bringing you the latest headlines and action in 6A football.
Feels like yesterday when the Red Mountain Mountain Lions played their first game against the Mesa Jackrabbits, but now we reach the end game. One foe remains, and that foe is the Mountain View Toros. Red Mountain coming off of a 2-game losing skid, whereas Mountain View has been blowing its opponents out of the water. For the final game of the regular season, I thought it was only necessary to have the head honcho here with me, Kyle Enders, back at the desk as we go over tonight's matchup. Enders, welcome back to the desk.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, and you're out of your sling. I just noticed that.
Yeah. I'm taking it off this week. No sling.
Oh, and surely this team's going to be taking off the gloves tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
So, now, let's recap last week's game against the Hamilton Huskies. Two battle-tested teams faced off against each other, two great programs with bright visions and equally bright futures. Jackson Swink opens with a 49-yard field goal. Following a Simon Lopez punt down at the 1-yard line, Red Mountain gets pressure and tackles Jacob Brown in the backfield for a safety. It's 3-2 Hamilton with the lead. First play of the second quarter, a 44-yard strike to Bodie Wagner. The chemistry between the quarterback and wide receiver is strong. In the following drive, Rich Lucero drops a 38-yard bomb to freshman Roy Oliver. Red Mountain's next score comes on a Simon Lopez read option. He keeps it himself for a 16-yard touchdown. Add a little bit of razzle-dazzle on the two-point conversion as well. Red Mountain takes the lead 16-10. It was short-lived, however. Javon Tui takes the kickoff 99 yards to the house in a game with plenty of returns. This was by far the biggest one that resulted in a touchdown. Red Mountain's next drive stalls, and after a face mask penalty by the defense, Hamilton's Jackson Swink kicks a 38-yard field goal. A long drive at the start of the second half resulted in no points. Surprisingly, it took off roughly half of the second quarter. Rich Lucero scrambles for 55 yards on a broken play and then completes a fade to Reese Rinaldi for the touchdown. It's 27-16 Hamilton. The next drive, Lopez hits Bodie Wagner for the second time, this one from 20 yards. The two-point conversion, however, is no good. The next Hamilton scores on the leg of Jackson Swink. Kick is good from 40, and it's 30-22 Hamilton. Lopez with a 1-yard sneak. The two-point conversion is no good from Jackson Bogle. Although it was a tough spot, he was just short by, I believe, mere inches. Hamilton begins their next drive. A few big runs by Jacob Brown and Rich Lucero and company sets up a 4th and 1 from the Red Mountain 20. But an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty erases it. It's a gut-wrenching call, and Hamilton beats Red Mountain 30-28. Now, some things I pointed out from this game. The missed extra point caused us to play catch-up essentially for the rest of the game. And once you sort of miss the two-point conversions, you're kind of just falling down this rabbit hole. Coach Enders, what did you see in this game in particular?
Yeah, I think you recapped it, spot on. It comes down to us beating ourselves. 2 weeks in a row, we've had quite a bit of very crucial penalties that whether costed us points or put us behind the sticks and ends drives, ends the game, and then mental mistakes. And, as a head coach, I got to take blame on that. We got to clean things up. We dealt with this in the Downey game, and we cleaned it up. So just kind of focusing on details, practice, and, like I said, it's mental mistakes and a few penalties, the difference in a game 2 weeks in a row, and we feel like if we don't beat ourselves, we can compete and beat anybody.
Now, on to the next segment, which is your pick'ems. Now, the first of 3 matchups is going to be the Queen Creek Bulldogs versus the ALA Queen Creek Patriots. ALA shut down Highland a few weeks ago. Queen Creek has been throwing haymakers all season, including at Red Mountain. Highland, they're throwing haymakers at everybody. Their lonesome losses to Perry by 8 points. ALA has a similar schedule. They beat Pinnacle. They put Highland in a straitjacket. Dominated against Mountain Point, although made critical errors in the process. Both teams are battle-tested. However, I think Queen Creek is going to win here. I think they're going to win by 10.
It's a tough one. It's going to determine the region championship. Playing them both, we lost to Queen Creek and we beat ALA Queen Creek. Styles make fights. This one's tough. My head tells me one thing, my heart tells me something else. Yep. I got to go with my head. I got to go with ALA by 3. Probably by a point. Who knows? Queen Creek having the run that they've had. and they're probably banged up and beat up. It's hard. We're dealing with that now when we played. You play a Downey, then you play a Highland, then you play an ALA Queen Creek, and then here comes Queen Creek. Well, they've had their 3 in a row. It's tough to put 4 together. Yeah. I do think win or lose, both those teams are going to be in the open. But I got ALA Queen Creek by half a point. Half a point. Don't ask me how we're going to get a half a point.
We got to cover the spread, okay, I guess. Now, the next one is going to be the Battle of Arizona Avenue. It's the Hamilton Huskies versus the Chandler Wolves. It's a battle for, the street, Arizona Avenue, and it's also a battle for an open position. Hamilton is one of those teams that's on the outside looking in, much like, Red Mountain and company. Rich Lucero and the offense has been playing well. Roy Oliver is a stud, and he's only a freshman. I will say this, though. Tristan Halzana is having a good year, and he may have himself a career day against a Hamilton front seven that is a little banged up after the Red Mountain game. This one can also go either way. I have Hamilton by 6 in this one, though.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I'm taking Hamilton. Really, I don't know by much. Let's say Hamilton by 13. But for me, I think, both these teams can fill really good 6A teams with their IR list. I think Chandler's banged up. I know their quarterback's out. They got a bunch of their defensive player out. We all have injuries. I think both these teams are completely beat up. It's going to be close because of the rivalry. I think just Hamilton's got a little bit more horses right now than Chandler does. But again, both of them will probably. I see them both in the 6A bracket. They're going to make noise. Nobody wants to pull them in the 6A.
Now, for the last pick'em of the regular season, it is the rematch of last year's Open Championship. The Liberty Lions versus the Centennial Coyotes. Centennial got knocked out of open contention, but they're competing for a mid to high 6A seed. Liberty's just been playing their brand of football all year. Their only loss, ironically enough, came to Centennial, but from California, and that came at a 63-39 loss. But Liberty's going to put them away for good. I have Liberty in 14. It may go even higher, but Liberty by 14 is the baseline.
This is a scary game for Liberty. Liberty is a better football team. I think Liberty's going to win the game, but this is scary for them. You got Centennial, who's a familiar opponent. They're loaded. They got talent. A win probably, gets them a higher seeding or somewhere, where they want to be in the 6A bracket. But and Liberty, this is a tough one. Liberty's going to get the win. Liberty wins by, I think 2 touchdowns, but it's going to be a dogfight. It's not going to be pretty.
You think this is going to be like a trap game for Liberty?
I would never say trap game, because trap game to me means that they're going to underestimate an opponent. Liberty will never do that with Centennial. Their coaching staff, Colin Thomas over there will not allow that. So if they get beat, it wasn't because it was a trap. It's just more of a you look at the records and you're like, well, what the hell, But Centennial is a very good football team. Again, when you get all those transfers, it's hard to mesh. I think the culture is probably the problem that they're having over there, just meshing as a team.
Just the chemistry?
Yeah, the chemistry. But as far as talent-wise, they got it. They can compete with anybody, and they don't have anything to lose. So they're, Liberty's got a lot to lose. I hope Liberty doesn't play to not lose the game, if that's what it means. Just go play their brand of football, and they'll take care of business and beat them.
So essentially, Centennial in this game is playing spoiler.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
Now, I will briefly go over the rankings. We're going to spend much more time focusing on tonight's matchup against the Mountain View Toros. Marana sits comfortably at the number 1 spot. Basha is at number 2. 5A Horizon at number 3. Liberty at number 4. ALA Queen Creek at number 5. Higley sits at number 6. Brophy at number 7. Queen Creek at 8. And Red Mountain is on the outside looking in at number 9. So Marana's clinches the number 1 seed.
They don't play a game this week. So it's how are they going to calculate that? They don't have a game. Based on those numbers, I can't see them, but who knows? I've seen crazier things.
If I'm going with my heart, Basha's number 1. Marana, I feel sits at maybe
5.
Yeah, 5.
6. I'd go. If it's just me, I'm going Liberty. You want to know why? Because they've never been beat. They're the number 1 team right now in Arizona. They haven't got beat by an Arizona school. Since last year, they didn't either.
Basha hasn't.
So how can you take it away from them? They haven't gotten beat by an Arizona school since 2 years ago.
Hasn't Basha not lost to an Arizona school.
How did they get knocked out last year? Centennial.
Ooh, Centennial.
Yeah.
Okay.
So until Liberty gets knocked off the throne, I don't care what the scores look like.
Yeah.
It's got to be Liberty, Basha, ALA, Queen Creek, then somewhere the rest.
Some key matchups. We said the Queen Creek and ALA Queen Creek game was big. I'm projecting that if Queen Creek loses, they are bounced from the Open.
I would disagree with that.
Oh, okay.
I disagree with that based on the points. And again, I haven't looked much at rankings until this week because I don't want to tell the kids one thing and then it ends up being based on the numbers. I can see, a lot can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Queen Creek's still in. I see it.
Okay.
They can lose and they're still in.
The next key matchup is Williamsfield and Higley. Now, I put Higley on here because if they lose to Williamsfield's playing spoiler. I think they get bounced. My honest opinion.
I think Higley can win and they're still going to get bounced.
Really?
Strength of schedule. You have 3 losses in 5A. Williamsfield win is not as big as our Mountain View win as far as with points hit, and we're a 1/10 of a point away from them. I see them getting dropped even with the win. But, Steve Campbell over there, and again, our region, he's going to represent our region. They're going to take care of business and beat Higley. They're going to represent 6A, and they're going to represent the East Valley region, and they're going to take it to them.
Yes, sir. Now, the moment you all been waiting for. It's time to look deeper into tonight's game against the Mountain View Toros. Now, this Battle of Brown Road game has some serious implications. Red Mountain, if they win this game, they are effectively in the Open. It just gives off, some more fight to the guys.
You can't write these stories. That's awesome. Unfortunately, we dropped the last 2, so we put ourselves in this situation. But, you get to play the team down the road, and you win. You get in the Open for the first time in school history, and we can get a bye week and try to get healthy in 2 weeks to prepare for any of those 7 other teams. That's what we want. The trophy's cool. Bring it back home.
Yeah.
Battle of Brown Road trophy, but we want to get in the Open, man. We're going to make some history.
It just means more.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to circle back to last year where it was senior night. You played Mountain View at home. And then the very next week, you play Mountain View on their own field. And then you just take care of business and you won where it mattered the most. This game is very similar to that, but I think it has more meaning to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like last year, you played in the game. They came in fresh. They play in a region that's a lot different than our region. Let's just leave it at that. Coming in, and anybody could play against anybody for a game, and we were fortunate enough to get a rematch. They're a good football team. You watch them on film. You'll see them tonight. They're a well-coached football team. They got things rolling. They have a lot of confidence. They're putting up. They're getting running clocks on everybody. But again, I've said it before when we played other opponents. Let's see if they can put together 4 quarters. Let's see if they can stay in the ring for 4 rounds with us. We've been battle tested. We've been punched in the mouth. We've gotten back up and keep fighting. They haven't taken a punch yet. Early on they took a punch, but it's been so long that I think they're kids. You can't simulate those things in practice. I don't care how well you're coached, and that's the benefit of playing a schedule like ours. And the benefit is a win for us can get us in the Open. And we would be rewarded by playing a schedule like we did. So yeah, there's so many the bragging rights. Everybody everybody knows each other. The communities kind of tie together. There's a lot on this game.
Yeah, I'd like to drop a few. Just this neat little stat. Mountain View has dropped 50 on each of their last 6 opponents. Their 6 opponents have a combined record of 19-35. 2 1-8 teams in Tolleson and Valley Vista. Pretty much like you said, it's a weak schedule and a weak division. Playoffs from Mountain View, I dug deeper into that. Last year, they were eliminated by the 12th seed in, 2022, they dealt with injuries. They missed the playoffs at 2-8.
Well, let me rephrase. The 2022 is when they played in our region. Injuries happen when you play the big boys and play heavyweight schedule. So yeah, they were 2-8 in the East Valley region with us, and then the next year they were put into a different region.
Who was in that region?
Sal Point, ALA Queen, I think ALA Queen Creek, Sal Point, Queen Creek, Highland, and us. Yeah, Williamsfield was in there too.
Some key players I want to highlight: Reese Bodley, the senior running back. He's the leading rusher with 134 yards per game. Then you got the Cal commit, the outside linebacker Beckham Barney, 43 total tackles. He is by far the leader of this defense. Mikey Sumko, who is following a solid junior campaign at wide receiver, he has 527 receiving yards. Brady Goodman has grown into his role as a starting quarterback. He is a junior, 24 touchdown passes, 8 on the ground, 1,889 yards through the air. And he saw some playing time in past seasons where Jack Germain went down with an injury.
Hey, Nate, did you happen to see that video? There's like a bet between the two principals.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, something I heard, it's like the losing principal's got to wear, like, Oliver over there, Dr. Oliver at Mountain View would have to wear a Red Mountain jersey.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and vice versa. If they happen to win, then they're gonna send some gear over here. And for Monday, Steve Tannenbaugh is gonna have to wear some Mountain View gear all day.
So
we're
man.
hoping to send over an extra small uniform for Oliver to wear that he has to wear around all day. As long as I get a picture or video of that, that might be as exciting as us getting the open call.
Let's play that clip.
Hello, students of the Red Mountain High School community. Hey, this is Dr. Oliver, the principal of your rival school, the Toro Nation. Got an idea for you. What do you think about this? A little friendly wager between me and your principal, Mr. Stephen Tannenbaum. We got a football game this Friday. The entire state knows it's the Brown Road rivalry. More is at stake in this game, probably than we've had between these two schools in almost 20 years. What if we had a little friendly wager? Losing team. If Red Mountain beats Mountain View, I wear a Red Mountain football jersey from sunup to sundown the entire day in the Toro Nation the following Monday. If Mountain View wins, Mr. Tannenbaum wears a Mountain View jersey from sunup to sundown the entire day the following Monday. What do you think, Mountain Lions? Do we got a bet? Mr. Tannenbaum, do you accept this friendly wager?
This is Steve Tannenbaum, principal of Red Mountain High School. To the students of Mountain View, to the community of Mountain View, to Dr. Oliver himself, the man, the myth, the legend, I want to tell you that I accept your challenge for the Battle of Brown Road for this Friday night. This friendly challenge of whoever team wins, the losing team has to wear a jersey all day long at school on that Monday morning. I accept your challenge. I look forward to our game on Friday night.
Wow.
But hey, there's more at stake. I mean, there's a trophy, there's open implications, there's the bragging rights, all the things we talked about, the community that and now they're adding a whole nother element to this rivalry of, I just can't imagine it.
BOBR has a whole new meaning outside of the football realm. Now, after this matchup, well, you've got to see the bracket unfold. It's the Battle of Brown Road. I'm Nate Smith. This is my guest host, Kyle Enders, and we'll see you next time on the Lion Pride pregame show.
The wait is finally over. After 9 weeks, Rivalry Week has arrived across the state of Arizona, and we have the pleasure of calling the Battle of Brown Road tonight between the Mountain View Toros hosting the Red Mountain Mountain Lions. Greetings and welcome, everyone. Alongside Nate Smith, I'm Zach Warhack. And Nate, it's just set up to be a great end of the season. It feels like it's destined. Open bracket implications on the line tonight. It feels like a win and get into the open bracket situation.
Tell you what, right now the vibes are immaculate for both sides. Mountain View, they already sealed their spot in the 6A playoff. Red Mountain, like you said, it's a win and you're in situation. All they got to do is just handle business against the little guys down the road, and you're in the open, baby.
It feels like a fight between three teams on the outside looking in. You have Hamilton, who beat Red Mountain last week, Mountain View in this matchup, and Red Mountain as well. A lot to be determined across the state of Arizona. In the pregame, you talked about it as well. In this region, Red Mountain's region, the 6A East Valley, Queen Creek and ALA Queen Creek battle tonight. There's got to be a loser in that one. What happens in the computer system for the open bracket?
It's all what the computer spits out, man. It's going to be a good night tonight across Arizona.
The environment electric here at Mountain View High School, and time to take a look at a few key players in this game before we get things set off. On the offense for Mountain View, they have been dominant all season long. You mentioned they've hung 50 points on their past 6 opponents. A big part of that, Talon Arnett, 18 receiving touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, and I also want to highlight Brady Goodman. He's been commanding this offense at an incredible pace. He's grown into his role as a starting quarterback. Well, he was once the backup for Jack Germain in prior seasons. He's grown into his role, and he's became a fantastic starting quarterback for the Mountain View Toros.
You see a tale of two teams when we take a look at these season schedules on the screen. Red Mountain started off hot. Those opponents got tougher and tougher. They dropped back-to-back weeks between Queen Creek and Hamilton. As for Mountain View, well, they've dominated everything that has been on their plate in the 6A Fiesta region. 5-0 perfect there, Nate.
I'd like to point out about Red Mountain's strength of schedule. Red Mountain's opponents have a combined record of 60-32, whereas Mountain View's is 33-49. Two different categories there. But the story of this game right now is Mountain View, they've been dominating everybody in their playing field. Can they do it against a great team like the Red Mountain Mountain Lions here tonight?
The rivalry week just means more. Everything sets up where the emotions are heightened. Both teams just want it more and more, and it's an interesting spot for Mountain View as they have a first-year head coach here in Andy Litton. He's done great things in 5A with Horizon, won a state championship with them back in 2021. He talked about it with us prior to the game. He says, this rivalry in these two schools, there's a lot of legacy and tradition. I'm just trying to do my part to keep that rolling and have these kids play their best to win this rivalry matchup. On the side of Red Mountain, they know what it means. Ender's been here for a few years, a lot of seniors, and these two teams both want to win and try and get into the open.
Just want to say, Enders has lived it not only as a player, as a student, but also as a coach as well. And Andy Litton, he's experienced it with Horizon. That pinnacle rivalry runs deep there against P-Town. And it's really nothing new for Andy Litton. He's used to these big rivalries like this.
Teams getting ready to go out for the coin toss. You see the captains lined up. Brady Goodman, he's alongside a couple of his fellow besties in Tavita Tase, and as well as Rain Curiel. On the side of Red Mountain, you see Bodie Wagner, Weston Hancock, Simon Lopez, and what a story and a name to highlight with Jackson Bogle walking out for the coin toss. A Mountain View transfer coming back to his previous school, which now is behind enemy lines.
Yeah, you got Jackson Bogle in there, and don't forget about Corindas Poe, the wideout. He used to be a backup to Mikey Sumgo and company. I think both of them, we're going to see, they're going to get some action here tonight. Brian McDaniel's going to mix it up.
There have been a lot of storylines to unfold with players transferring year in and year out between these two schools. Last season, it was Rock Miller who came over to Red Mountain, and he's had an impact on this team in the linebacking core this season as well.
You know, talking with JP earlier today, Rock Miller's going to get his fair share of plays off the edge. And he's one of those guys where the energy is just always high. But you got to maintain that energy. Don't make stupid plays. Don't make stupid mistakes. And that's another message that Kyle Enders sent to this team. You don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. The last couple of weeks have been too many penalties for this Red Mountain team. The Hamilton game is a great example. Unsportsmanlike to end the game, not the way you want to go out. Queen Creek was filled with a bunch of penalties, and looking to clean that up against Mountain View.
That's a huge talking point because in these rivalry games, the officiating crews, they know what it means to these kids, right? There's going to be trash talk going back and forth all night, but where's the line? You have to be able to toy it if you're a player, know when to quit, know when to walk the other direction. And I look at these captains on the field taking the coin toss right now to keep their guys in check. Coin toss goes. Our head official tonight, referee Scott Williams, getting the players over to their respective sides. And we're just about ready to get underway here at Jesse Parker Field. Red Mountain have kept their streak going until tonight with the coin toss. Mountain View able to win it. They defer, so they'll prepare to get the ball to start the second half as the teams huddle up. We'll give it a brief moment, and we'll be back with kickoff in the Battle of Brown Road on RMTV.
Back to return from the mountain lines, number 1, Bodie Wagner.
The Battle of Brown Road is set to get underway, and it'll happen off of the foot of John Gerard. Red Mountain set to receive in the all-white unis. And as for Mountain View, blued out, fans on their feet at Jesse Parker Field. And it's a squib up the middle, handled well by Red Mountain, and it will be good field position to start this rivalry game out across the 30. And we take a look at that starting offense for Red Mountain, led by Simon Lopez, one of the top quarterbacks through the state of Arizona, 13th in passing yards in 6A. He also is super efficient with his legs. 2 touchdowns on the ground a week ago against Hamilton.
I got to say, but you got to keep an eye on number 21, Jackson Vogel. He's been a workhorse for the entire season.
The revenge game narrative plays true as Jackson Vogel, the transfer from Mountain View, now suiting up for Red Mountain. First down and 10 for Lopez. Out of the gun, sends Bodie Wagner in motion. Bodie Wagner mishandles it, falls on it wisely. So exactly what you don't want to happen on the opening play for Red Mountain occurs. They had troubles with the exchange last week. A fumble from Paxton Thorstad was a fumble lost against Hamilton. That time Lopez and Wagner unable to get it together.
You know, right there, it's not just 2 arms under the body. You just got to take it like a regular handoff. And already a negative 10-yard play for Red Mountain.
Second down and 20, has them way behind the sticks, a spot you don't want to be in a game of this magnitude. Quick out from Lopez. He finds Correndus Poe as he tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Good pitch and catch there to kind of negate anything you lost with the fumble.
I mean, it brings up 3rd down. I'd say this is 3rd and manageable for this offense. I mean, Simon Lopez, he's capable of the big plays. We've seen him all year.
Watch out for the pass rush of Mountain View on 3rd and 11. On the right side of the defensive line, Caleb Larson, 15 and a half tackles for a loss on the season. No spot bigger than this with Red Mountain behind the sticks. Lopez motions out King Robinson, gets a running start, goes over the middle and incomplete. Looks like the penalty will be declined. Paxton Thorstad, the intended target, but I think King Robinson got an early jump there with an illegal motion.
Say, if you're motioning like that for a wide receiver, you can't go upfield.
That's exactly what they get with the penalty call there.
Illegal shift on the Mountain Lions. Penalty is declined.
So Mountain View end up declining the penalty, makes it 4th down, and just like that, a 3-and-out forced by this Mountain View defense. They've been solid all season long, only averaging 18 points given up to opponents on the year.
On the punt for the Mountain Lions, number 12, Michael Singh. Back to return for the Toros, number 1, Zachary Galaviz.
Michael Singh sets up to punt for Red Mountain. Zachary Galaviz back to return.
Oh my.
Couple flags fly in the backfield, and Galaviz comes up to return it. Waves the fair catch, and we'll see what the laundry on the field is. So that'll give an extra boost to this Mountain View offense and they'll have a big spot in their opening possession and an opportunity to capitalize on a 3-and-out from Red Mountain.
Holding on the Mountain Lions.
So the hold against Red Mountain has their defense in a place you don't want to be to start the game, right? You're already inside your own territory, and we've seen what this Mountain View offense can do throughout the year. High-powered, high-octane in the passing game, and they also have a good balance, as laid out by head coach Andy Litton.
Not a great start for this defense, or for the Mountain Lions in general.
Goodman keeps it with a run on first down, surges forward, and is marked a yard shy of the line to gain, so a pickup of 9 on first down for Brady Goodman.
Quarterback keeper number 5, Brady Goodman, brought down by number 1, Cole Edmonds. Brings up second down.
There's some good blocks there from the trenches of the Toros. Got a man on man. Put a hat on the hat, and it's almost a first down.
Goodman through the air this time,
out.
looks for the deep shot. Looks like the feet get tangled up between Mikey Sumko and Jacob Redwing. No flag on the play, but you can see the aggression from this Mountain View team trying to take a shot early.
I gotta say, we're gonna see that a lot tonight. You know, Goodman is not afraid to test the secondary, and he tested it against Jacob Redwing there, and just so happens their feet got tangled up there.
They go quick here on third down, and it's a sneak with Goodman. It looks like he has the yardage. He picks up 2, and the chains will progress for the Mountain View offense.
Quarterback keeper number 5, Brady Goodman.
Something you see with that deep shot on the previous play, this Red Mountain secondary has been electric throughout the year. Logan Haney and Jacob Redwing, those 2 safeties, I mean, they are ball hawks.
Yeah, they are ball hawks. I mean, 2 safeties, they look like they're playing with 4. Well, you know, Kyle Enders, Mike Runge and company, they do a good job at keeping them disciplined and under control.
Empty set for Goodman. He sprints out to his right, surveys the field, tucks it and runs. Good job by Rock Miller to force him out of bounds and not give up too much, but that's an area the Red Mountain defense struggled last week against Hamilton and Rich Lucero. When he got out of the pocket, it wasn't just getting tackled after 3 or 4 yards. He was able to pick up chunk play after chunk play.
Yeah, and to add on to that, they also struggled with it against Queen Creek. I mean, you know, Tate Reynolds and Rich Lucero, they just did a good job at beating the contain of the defensive linemen.
2nd and 2, a wide receiver handoff to Galvez, and he's blown up at the 25. A nice tackle that time by Isaac Haney for Red Mountain. No gain on the play.
Brought down by number 15, Isaac Haney. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So you got a trip set to the far side. Goodman is all alone. I'm thinking a QB run from Goodman.
He tries the hard count to begin with, checks back to the sideline, and we'll see if Red Mountain's defense can get off the field on 3rd down. There's that designed run, and Red Mountain shoot the gap and slow it down.
Beautiful
Jamison
stop.
Wade and Josh Lee, along with Weston Hancock, 3 of them to make the stop.
It's decision time for Coach Litton. Are you going to go for it, test the Red Mountain defense, or are you going to go for a freeze count or a hard count?
Well, they converted on 3rd down earlier in this drive with a sneak. They have just a yard to pick up the first down. We'll see what the call is. Quick to the line for Mountain View. Goodman looks to go with the handoff, and it's the linebacker / running back. Beckham Barney has enough to pick up the first. Barney, just a really important part of this team on both sides of the ball. The Cal commit gets it done there on 4th down and 1, and now Mountain View in the red zone on their opening drive.
Just an all-around good player, Beckham Barney.
He gets it again this time and breaks a tackle out across the 10. Anthony Gamba trying to punch the ball out. Haney comes in to finish things off, but Mountain View are moving.
So right now it's not a not really a good time to punch the ball out. Just wrap the legs, drive them to the ground. Control, have it under control. It looks like Red Mountain's having some personnel issues.
Jackson White gets in late, handoff again to Barney. Red Mountain get away without a flag, or is there one on the field? I think there is one on the far sideline, and it will be that player trying to get out late, wasn't able to get off. It looked like it was Colin McMullen. And that flag goes against Red Mountain.
Illegal substitution on the outline. Half the distance to the goal.
A tough spot on this opening drive for the Red Mountain defense. Half the distance to the goal on that penalty. And Mountain View have it with an opportunity to strike first at home in this rivalry game. Play action. Goodman goes out quick. Great pass breakup by Isaac Haney.
Incomplete pass.
And Red Mountain just looking to fight another down.
Just got to bend and don't break. No PIs, no holdings. Just a great read by Isaac Haney.
Just about 5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Mountain View working on their opening drive. They started it at the Red Mountain 44. Goodman under center, the give to Barney, and he's wrapped up quickly. Brandon Saddleoff, first one in for Red Mountain.
Ball carried by number 10, Beckham Barney. Brought down by number 52.
I mean, this drive continued because of Beckham Barney. I wouldn't be surprised if Beckham Barney finishes this drive.
And I think that head coach of Mountain View, Andy Litton, is going into this play with the mindset you have two opportunities to punch it in. Third down and goal from the 2. Goodman goes back to Barney, and he's blown up in the backfield. Logan Haney with great pursuit out of the secondary, and the Haney bros are making a goal line stand.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, Litton's not afraid to go for it. It looks like offense is back on the field.
Great job by Logan Haney, just shedding a couple blocks. Tavita Tase was there to attempt to slow him down, and he just went right underneath.
You got Mikey Sumko and Tyreek Cornett on the far side. That's going to be a matchup we're looking to see.
4th down and goal. Goodman sprints that way, looking to pass, goes back for Sumko. There it is. Opening drive, touchdown, Mountain View.
There you go, Mikey Sumko. Mikey Sumko, the premier receiver of the Mountain View Toros. There looked to be some miscommunication in the secondary. All about communicating the routes. If you're a defensive back, it looked like Cornett took the arrow instead of the slant. And the Toros have the lead.
Extra point up and through, so the opening drive for Mountain View is picture perfect, and they lead at home in the Battle of Brown Road 7-0. We'll be back after the break on RMTV. An opening drive touchdown reception for Mikey Sumko has Mountain View on top at home 7-0. Red Mountain tried to slow him down defensively, but the field position was against them in that situation on the opening drive, and now Red Mountain look to respond.
Oh no.
They go with that squib onside look, and there's a ricochet.
Oh boy.
It'll depend on the officials to say who has it. Mountain View think they do.
This is a critical spot right
There's
here.
a battle at the bottom of the pile, and we'll see who they give it to. They give it to Red Mountain. A dangerous spot and a great kick from John Gerard to have an opportunity. But Red Mountain able to hang on with the recovery, and now they have the ball at midfield.
Tell you what, speaking as a former frontline guy on kick return, that is one of the scariest things you can witness. A line drive like it was shot from like a 4-iron.
Looks like Anthony Peevler just able to get back and fall on it and avoid disaster.
It's just a scary situation, man.
Lopez goes to the ground. Jackson Bogle working to the far side, and a good pickup on first down for Bogle.
We got a Toro down. Toro down on the field.
So after a good pickup on first down from Bogle, an injured player on the field for Mountain View, with 5:29 left in the first, we'll step away on RMTV.
Athletic trainers for tonight's game under the direction of Maxie Livingston are Samantha Richardson, Brooklyn Steiner, Layla Crimmins, Lily Pippin, Katie Shoemaker, Allison Padilla. Team doctor is Dr. Chuck Peterson.
The injured player down on the field was Beckham Barney. Good to see him jogging back to the sideline. It looks like he was favoring maybe that left shoulder. We'll monitor that injury throughout the evening, but that would be a huge loss for this Mountain View defense. 43 tackles on the season, 7 for a loss, and really their leading linebacker, the Cal commit.
Yeah, this guy's, Beckham Barney is just a stud for this Mountain View team. He can do it all.
Red Mountain look to go back to the ground with Jackson Bogle. He fights for a yard, and it brings up 3rd down and 2. So back-to-back runs on this second drive for Red Mountain. Be huge if they could move the chains for the momentum and their confidence.
Well, you ran it twice with Bogle. Do you do it again, or do you run like a short out route to Andrew Schmier? They look like they have a 2 tight end set. Tight formation, too.
Lopez in the pistol, goes with the reverse, and it looks like Arian Wyndham has the carry. Wyndham with a burst of speed, brought down right around the 30. In the secondary, Jasper Lake with the tackle, but Arian Wyndham is a guy who got involved early on this season, then was a little bit quiet. Had a nice effort against Hamilton, a big reception in that game for 7 yards, but it's good to see him back in the lineup making an impact.
Yeah, this guy popped off against Mesa earlier in the year. Made his name known there. And I got to tell you, after the fumbled end around, the first play of the game, them end arounds, I don't feel very confident in them.
They've given Red Mountain trouble the past 2 weeks. Like we mentioned, there was a fumble on the exchange between Lopez and Thorstad last week against Hamilton. And then tonight, Bodie Wagner lost it for a 10-yard loss on the opening drive for Red Mountain. Take a look at that Mountain View defense. The secondary was in on the stop, Jasper Lake that time. But these guys are big up front as well. 1st and 10 from the 30. Lopez pulls it back to pass, scrambling around in the pocket, and he goes down. It's a sack. Caleb Larson and Jackson Soka will get the credit on that one.
It was just a good read by the Mountain View defense. They stayed home. They didn't bite on the run. They kept their eyes on the ball. They are aware of how dangerous Simon Lopez is with his legs.
A couple of negative plays early on in the first 2 drives for Red Mountain, and offensive coordinator Brian McDaniel prior to the game said that's something they want to avoid. They got to play their brand of football and just limit the mistakes. Mountain View's defense coming up big early. Lopez rolls right, takes a deep shot in the direction of Arian Wyndham, incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down and long.
Play broken up by number 21, Myron Christensen.
Oh, he had King Robinson open on the in route. If you can see on this replay, Maybe he thought it was covered up, perhaps.
It brings up 3rd down and 17 for Red Mountain. They've had a flair for dramatic when it comes to the big play on these 3rd and long situations. Lopez goes with the freeze count. The flag flies. It'll make things a little bit more manageable.
Encroachment on the Toros, 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Still 3rd and manageable.
Red Mountain inch 5 yards closer to the original line of scrimmage. And it's 3rd down and 12. Lopez will look through the air for Bodie Wagner off the seam, and B-Dubs takes a shot into the end zone. Bodie Wagner.
Touchdown Mountain Lions. Pass complete.
Are you kidding me?
Bodie Wagner.
How does he hang on to that? I have no idea. We've seen the majority of Red Mountain scores come on that money post. And like money, Simon Lopez, Bodie Wagner, cashing it in. And he hangs on to it. Wow.
The sacrifice that Wagner had to make to hold on to that one, but B-Dubs stands in strong. Red Mountain, they've struggled with their extra points the past few weeks. This one is true, and they tie it up. So a 32-yard pitch and catch between Simon Lopez and Bodie Wagner tie things up in the Battle of Brown Road with 3:07 left in the first on RMTV.
Back to return from the Toros, number 2, Mikey Sumko, and number 13, Talon Arnett.
2 senior receivers responsible for the points on the board in the Battle of Brown Road tonight. It was Mikey Sumko first for Mountain View, and Bodie Wagner returns the favor with a 32-yard touchdown reception. That's a hit that he took in the end zone. I mean, Jasper Lake put it on him, but Wagner, he hung on strong.
Yeah, he got tattooed in the process of making that catch, but you know, Red Mountain has evened the playing field. It's tied.
Sumko with a chance at a return here. That one bottled up as he gets stood up right around the 25.
They're going to say the ball fell out, but referees are going to say he was down.
Kickoff brought back by number 2.
That's
Mikey
the excitement
Sumko.
we were looking for in this rivalry game. Red Mountain able to answer after some woes offensively early on, Nate.
Brian McDaniel said it was going to be a feel-out process. Falling to 3 and out, that was a great response. If they can keep it up, we may see big things happen.
Mountain View set up shop at their own 26-yard line for the second drive of the game. There was mixture of run and pass when they got deeper into Red Mountain territory, but early on in the drive, it was a couple of running plays designed for Brady Goodman. He's empty set this time around, 3 wide receiver set to the bottom of the screen. It's a fake and a keeper for Goodman. He gets into the second level and picks up the first down.
I said it earlier in the first quarter. I'm going to say it again. We're going to see a lot of Brady Goodman designed runs.
Brady Goodman, brought down by number 28.
He is their second leading rusher on the year,
Another damage control
behind Reese Bodman.
Another great dual threat quarterback throughout the state of Arizona in Brady Goodman. He motions Porter Wilhelm, the tight end, to the right side of the line. Sprint out for Goodman. Throws this one down to Sumko, and it looks like he makes a nice toe tap catch on the sideline.
Number 2, Mikey Sumko.
In this game a year ago, the playoffs, not the first meeting, because these two teams, as we know, met in the regular season, last game of the year, and then in the playoffs opening round where Red Mountain had that victory. But Mikey Sumko, went for 5, 108, and a touchdown in that playoff matchup. His name called again here on the screen, and he breaks one wide. The tackle made by Logan Haney, but Sumko involved early and often.
Pass complete to number 2, Mikey Sumko.
Near the corner, try not to get sucked into the action. The only reason why Michael Sumko got that first down was the corner on that side. It looked like Cornett.
Same look offensively for Mountain View. Goodman pulls it down and keeps it on his own. Jamison Wade gets him from the backside after a pickup of 2.
Quarterback keeper number 5, Brady Goodman. Brought down by number 13, Jamison Wade. Brings up second down.
A change of pace for the offense of Mountain View this drive. They slow things down a little bit. They were more up-tempo the first time around against Red Mountain. They go back to that sprint out. Goodman steps up, takes a shot over the top. Sumko has it broken up by Logan Haney. We've seen plays like that from Logan Haney in back-to-back weeks where he's burnt, but then the makeup speed that he has closes in and he makes the pass breakup.
I gotta say, but if you're the safety back there, nobody should be behind you. You are the last line of defense. A little too close for comfort. Toro fans wanting a pass interference call. Let's take a look.
Tough to tell.
There can be a discussion there.
I think it's one of those situations where Haney doesn't get his head around to identify the ball, but it ended up just being underthrown and hit him in the back. There wasn't a lot of contact. I could see it both ways. Regardless, 3rd down and 8 for Mountain View. Goodman stumbles on the sprint out, cuts it back. Cole Edmonds pops him, incomplete, and the Red Mountain defense with their first stop of the evening.
We have a whistle on the far side, though.
Ineligible downfield for the offense. So Kyle Enders and company end up declining it, makes it 4th down and 8, and there's the line change. And we see what these two teams fighting for tonight, that Battle of Brown Road trophy. A lot more implications between these two principals, as you showed in the pregame show. We'll see how it all shakes out. Knotted up at 7 here early on with 1:21 left in the first. Tyreek Cornett sets up to return this punt for Red Mountain.
I mean, if they do squib kicks almost every kickoff, then maybe there's a fake punt. You never know in a rivalry like this.
Gerard has it, runs up into it. Gunners get downfield quick, but Cornett still has a shot at it. Tyreek Cornett spins out of a tackle, reverses field, and is brought down at the 23. Well, we saw Tyreek Cornett get obliterated last week on a punt when, you know, the fair catch, it wasn't called for, but the gunner was just there so early for Hamilton. And he stays in there and he's confident on the return this time.
I mean, that takes guts, man. It's hard enough catching a sky-high punt, but if you're catching a sky-high punt while people are after you and people are virtually 10 to 5 yards in front of you, that's a scary thing.
Red Mountain have it at their own 18 to start this drive. Lopez goes back to the pistol with Bogle behind him. They go with the wide receiver handoff. Arian Wyndham has shown a lot of effort tonight. He's one of those speedsters where usually in the receiving game with the yards after catch, he's shifty, but he's getting it done in the ground game today.
Number 14, Arian Wyndham, brought down by number 3, Dominic Gerard.
Second down and 5 with 38 seconds left in the first quarter for Red Mountain. They line up the same. Bodie Wagner singled up at the bottom of the screen. They give to Bogle. He spits out for a couple, and a good sign for Mountain View. Beckham Barney back in the game, and he's involved in the tackle.
Ball carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle.
Yeah, Beckham Barney's the leader of that defense.
First down for the Mountain Lions.
Having him miss just a drive kills the momentum for the Toros.
We'll see if Red Mountain try to get one more snap off with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Lopez takes it. They fake the wide receiver handoff, and he dumps it down. Andrew Schmier unable to corral it. Good defense on the pass from Brody Anderson.
Pressure on the quarterback.
It was good coverage there. Schmier tried to do a bit of a shake and bake move on Anderson. Usually that arrow route was wide open.
Second down.
Good job by the Toros for taking that into effect.
Clock stops with 1 second left. So Red Mountain will run 2 plays with it winding down under 10. Second down and 10. Lopez looks to do it through the air. They set up the wide receiver, or the running back screen, to Kai Jackson. Brought down at the 30 after a gain of a couple by Sumco, That's Beckham Barney on the stop there. The clock expires in the first, 7's on the board. We're all knotted up in the Battle of Brown Road. We'll be back for second quarter action on RMTV. Welcome you back to the Battle of Brown Road on RMTV. Alongside Nate Smith, I'm Zach Warhack. 3rd down and 7 for Red Mountain to start the second quarter. They began this drive from their own 18. They now have it at the 31. Simon Lopez out of the pistol, looks for the freeze count, doesn't get the flag, and he'll have to go back to the wristband. Lopez with the design quarterback run has to make a man miss on the far sideline, able to do so and pick up the first down. The jukes by Simon Lopez that he put on to Cannon Rabin, able to pick up the first down.
Well, that boy is shifty. I thought he was going to get a 2-yard loss, and it turns out to be a 12-yard gain.
First down for the Mountains.
Offensive coordinator for Red Mountain, Brian McDaniel, answering all my questions through his play calling. I wanted to know if he was going to give Simon Lopez some more designed quarterback runs tonight. We see it there on a big 3rd down conversion.
It's the battle of the dual threat quarterbacks, Brady Goodman and Simon Lopez.
Lopez shot over the middle. He finds his man in Corendus Poe, and Red Mountain have momentum.
Pass complete to number 19, Corendus Poe. Brought down by number 3.
Another one of those Mountain View transfers in Corendus Poe, wanting his revenge game to go well tonight.
Just fits it in. Looked like a short post.
So Red Mountain went 3 and out on their first drive of the night. Since then, the offense has looked really efficient. Lopez fakes it to Bogle. The quick out, King Robinson corrals it. Brought down by Dominic Gerard.
Pass complete to number 5, King Robinson. Brought down by
The Red Mountain really starting to manage this drive.
I mean, he got drilled as soon as he caught it, but somehow he's able to hang on to it. And he got a foot down.
The physicality remains present in the rivalry game at our hands tonight. Bogle up the middle and a hard-nosed run right into Beckham Barney. And it looks like he has enough to pick up the first. So this drive from Red Mountain, a couple of big plays with the run from Simon Lopez and then the pass to Corindus Poe have sucked the life out of the crowd. They've gotten quiet here on the side of Mountain View.
Are they going to say he's short? No. Okay, he signaled first down.
First down for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, Bogle. Okay, so you have Bogle lined up at receiver on the near side. A bunch trips on the far side.
Designed run for Lopez, cuts it back up the middle and gets out across the 30.
I was going to say, you have the offense spread out like that. It's almost a surefire design run for Lopez. But, you know, Brian McDaniel, you never know. He may dive deep into the playbook for this one.
We've seen the trick plays brought out time and time again. We saw the Philly special on a 2-point conversion last week for Red Mountain. Lopez with the freeze count gets the movement.
Flag on the play.
He's just gotten so good at that. From his junior year to senior year,
Encroachment on the Toros.
the amount of flags he's gotten, we saw him get at least one last week against Hamilton. That's the second one tonight against Mountain
First
View.
down for the Mountain Lions.
Makes it first down and 10 with 9:50 left in the second quarter, and Red Mountain looking for their first lead of the evening. Lopez fakes to Bogle, breaks a tackle, spins out of another. Simon Lopez kept fighting, but Dominic Gerard able to wrap him up eventually.
Simon Lopez brought down by number 3, Dominic Gerard.
Up-tempo look for Red Mountain. No huddle, 3 wide receivers, bottom of the screen.
See, Toros are running a one high safety look. That means the other side safety is down in the box.
Lopez makes the adjustment, gives to Bogle, and he's shot out of a cannon up the middle, brought down at the 10. And there was a pop that he took from Beckham Barney late.
Ball carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle.
Hard-nosed running from Jackson Bogle.
I mean, the guy's like the Derrick Henry of high school football. Well, maybe not all of high school football, but for Red Mountain, it's like tackling a boulder. I wouldn't recommend it.
Back to the ground this time, but Lopez keeps it. We saw him score on this play last week, and he's brought down just shy by Gerard. Third tackle on this drive for Dominic Gerard.
Well, they popped Bogle on this one. I think this is why Simon took it. Bam, right there.
Good read.
Brings up second down.
I don't know if anybody is the Derrick Henry of high school football except for Derrick Henry himself.
Last year it was Caden Luke, Kenny Del Oro. His huddle highlights, let me say, is remarkable.
Red Mountain have it. Second down and goal inside the 5. Bogle gets it, fights up the middle, and he's brought down a yard shy.
Ball carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle.
Well, they want Bogle to score this touchdown.
A good stand from Mountain View. Makes it third down and goal. And Red Mountain have it at the 1. Lopez goes under center this time. They give to Bogle. Bogle stuffed! Read well off the edge by Brody Anderson. And it's decision time for Red Mountain.
Jackson Bogle. Brought down by a plethora of Toros.
You know what? My philosophy is if the other team goes for it, I'd say you go for it as well.
Brody Anderson able to duck Jamison Wade on the edge to get into the backfield and make a stop on Bogle. And like you said, partner, they keep the offense on the field. They lost a yard there, so they'll have it at the 2. Racing down the field is a slingless Kyle Enders this week to call the timeout. And Red Mountain will talk it over.
This timeout sponsored by All-American.
Good to see him out of the sling after tearing the pec bicep region in the early portion of the season.
I gotta say, you know this matchup is serious when he doesn't wear the sling. Was he wearing it last week?
He was. He told me before the game, he said, I'm just sick of it. I can't do it. I didn't wear it this morning. Didn't want to wear it anymore. It's been long enough. Looks like he has the full range of motion as he's talking to one of our line judges, Brad Chokalusik, on the far sideline. A big spot in this first half, 6:53 left in the second quarter. We're tied at 7, and Red Mountain electing to go for it on 4th down and goal from the 2.
What's going to happen on the side of Red Mountain?
Well, they've tried to go to Bogle back-to-back times in order to give them the revenge game touchdown. We'll see if they go 3 straight or they get a little bit tricky. Exact same formation as the previous 2 attempts. Lopez keeps it, goes for the pass, wide open, Jamison Wade!
Yeah.
Brian McDaniel playing mind games on the sideline for Red Mountain. What a design there.
That was beautiful. That's something you see Andrew Schmier run a lot. He pretends like he's blocking and then goes for an out route. This time it was Jamison Wade. The guy has a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown on the year.
Extra point up and through, and Red Mountain have their first lead of the night. 14-7, 6:49 left in the second. It's the Battle of Brown Road on RMTV. Jamison Wade with his first reception of the season makes it a touchdown, and it's a 14-7 lead for Red Mountain with 6:49 left in the first half. We've seen Wade as like one of those up-back, full-back blockers. He's got a couple rushing touchdowns on the season, but that's a funny sight to see. Him receiving a touchdown in those bulky linebacker gloves. I just want to know what's going through his mind that time around. Josh Barge, an interesting lineup with special teams here for Red Mountain. Haven't seen that look on the season. Sumko with the return. He's able to break a tackle up towards his own sideline. Good return from Mikey Sumko. Josh Barge set up the all-out attack on the right side of that formation for the kickoff.
You know, it's great, but you always have to have somebody on the left side of the kickoff unit to play contain in case, you know, he bounces it out to the outside.
Mountain View will start this drive from their own 30. Their third drive of the game and an opportunity to respond. Red Mountain have punched their ticket on back-to-back drives in this game. Reese Bodley motions up, and it's a receiver handoff. Talon Arnett, first time we've called his name tonight. Leading touchdown scorer in all of Arizona when it comes to touchdown receptions.
See, right now you got to play complementary football. Offense did their job perfectly. Now it's time for the defense to get a 3 and now get the offense back on the field, and now you're rolling.
2nd down and 8 for Mountain View. Zach Whitney checks into the game on the right side of the line for Red Mountain. Had a big sack against Hamilton last week. And he's a player that's really just progressed as the season has gone along. Bodley motions up again to be at the side of Goodman. They love that sprint out. Goodman gets popped by Jamison Wade. And the physicality is felt all the way up here in the press box as Jamison Wade puts a shot on Goodman, and he's feeling it.
I mean, it looked like a delayed blitz. Wade. Now he comes out.
Oof. They were trying to set up the screen to Reese Bodley. He never even turned around to look for it. So it was a feeling out process for Kyle Enders in this Red Mountain defense after the first drive, as we see Chris Andriotis, my old partner, up here in the booth on the sideline having a chat with Josh Lee. Three-step drop, and Goodman takes off, has the run, doesn't have the line to gain, but I think we're going to get a face mask. That's a big penalty.
Quarterback keeper number 5, Brady Goodman, brought down by number 1, Cole Edmonds.
You have the stop after a gain of just a couple, and then you give up a personal foul.
Yeah, just don't put your hand in the face mask.
15-yard penalty.
That's what we call a drive killer right there.
First down.
On the flip side, has to feel good for Mountain View to get it. They hadn't gone much of anywhere on this drive up to that point.
Was it undisputed?
Yeah, Edmonds, he brought him down by it the whole way. Under center this time, a rare sight to see for Goodman. They go with the give to Bodley, and he's bottled up. Cole Edmonds, back-to-back tackles, this one clean.
Zachary Galaviz, brought down by number 13, Jamison Wade.
Mountain View set up shop right at midfield with 5:10 left. They trail by 7 at home in the Battle of Brown Road. They fake the give to Bodley this time and check it down to Wilhelm underneath. Wilhelm looks like he may be just a yard shy of the line to gain.
Pass complete to number 18, Porter Wilhelm.
We've seen a lot of good tight ends the past couple of weeks, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to throw in a fun fact, Porter Wilhelm is a basketball player as well, so there's another dual sport athlete.
Goodman sneaks it, has enough for the first. It's the second time we've seen him go to that sneak on 3rd down and short tonight.
We have 4 minutes left of the first half. Defense needs to get a stop right here because Mountain View gets the ball at the start of the second half.
Yep, they deferred after winning the coin toss. And now showing signs of life on this drive. Delayed give, Bodley able to just squeak out of there. Whitney on top of him. I think Isaac Haney got his nose in as well.
Colin McMullen came quick off the edge though.
Good blocking, a nice job by Adam Matthew Pierce to seal up the edge, the left tackle for Mountain View. Goodman with the give to Bodley. He gets into the second level, lowers the shoulder, and has the first down. That's hard running from a guy who's 5'7", 165.
I mean, the lower man wins. It's like an old adage that football coaches use. Lower man always wins. It can be driving drills or even one-on-ones like that.
Mountain View closing in on red zone territory. Goodman has time in the pocket, goes to Sumko on the comeback, and he breaks a tackle. Logan Haney able to bring him down eventually, but not before another big pickup. And Mountain View have it inside the 20 at the 15.
See, this is a play that has to be made effective immediately. The first guy there has to tackle him. Right there, boom, tackled at the 30-yard line. He said he gets 5 extra yards.
Big first half for Mikey Sumko, his 4th catch. Goodman double clutches and checks down Talon Arnett. Makes a move in the secondary. And Mountain View looking to answer and tie this game up. Josh Lee comes in for Brandon Saddleoff on the Red Mountain D-line. Second and 4 from the 7. Quick swing out, and that one goes over the head of Arnett. Beckham Barney back in the backfield for Mountain View. And they have one of those bruisers just like Red Mountain do. It's the Jackson Bogle type runner.
Well, if Goodman completes that pass, it's going to be a one-on-one between the safety.
Goodman fakes the give. Looks to take it himself, cuts up the middle, touchdown Brady Goodman. Red Mountain call, Mountain View answer. 9th rushing touchdown of the season for Brady Goodman.
Take a look at the edge. Looked like Haney bit on the handoff, and Goodman just strolls right into the end zone. Logan Haney, just keep your eyes open.
John Gerard sends the extra point through, and we're all knotted up. 14-14, 2:39 left in the first half in the Battle of Brown Road. Great responding drive from Mountain View, capped off by a Brady Goodman 7-yard touchdown run. And Red Mountain still have plenty of time to respond. 2:39 left on the clock with 2 timeouts.
Front line, keep your eyes up on this one. Keep your head on a swivel.
As always, a big shout out tonight to our student run production crew. Everything you see on the broadcast, the camera work, the graphics, all student run. Tyler Horhan, our director producer, on the headset with us tonight. Another one of those short kicks. Briggs Metcalf able to corral it and give Red Mountain good field position out across the 35 to start this drive.
He got brought down by number 32, Parker Foster.
Red Mountain have it at their own 37. They've scored on back-to-back drives. The offense, it really just looked like after that 3 and out, they got a sense of settling into this rivalry matchup and have been comfortable.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a feel-out process for this offense tonight.
Bodie Wagner in motion. Lopez looks to go to him in the backfield. Double pass.
Oh, my.
B-dubs to King Robinson. Incomplete. The trick play was shaping up beautifully for a second. But solid coverage on the backside. Jasper Lake, he's been all over the place tonight.
I mean, maybe King Robinson, say if there was a little more effort, you think he could have drawn the pass interference?
Yeah, I think if he tried to fight back in for the ball because it was thrown inside. It was almost that look earlier on in the game with Sumco going deep when Haney got up to him and there was no call. So I think if you're going to not call it once, do the same thing on the other side. So officials doing a good job.
Even call, yeah. I can agree with you on that.
Makes it 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion on the trick play. Corindus Poe as the quick setup wide receiver screen. Slides up the Red Mountain sideline for a gain of a few. Looks like he was able to end up with 8. So that brings up 3rd and 2. Really manageable. We'll see if Red Mountain try and rely on that running game. Lopez freeze count. There's the encroachment call across the line. Jack McCook, the guilty party this time around for Mountain View. 2nd time Simon Lopez has gotten the freeze count to work tonight. Something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but we notice it up here in the booth.
It's the 3rd offsides call for Mountain View. If you are the 2nd, or if you are in the trenches for Mountain View, you gotta keep your keep your eyes on the ball.
2:21 left in the first half. Red Mountain driving at midfield. Lopez rolling right, looking downfield, dumps it down to Thorstad, able to make the catch on the sideline.
Pass complete to number 8, Paxton Thorstad. Thorstad.
And Thorstad, he fell down mid-route. He got pressed to the ground. Good job at getting back up and making a positive gain out of it.
And also Simon Lopez keeping the play alive with his legs long enough for all that to happen.
That too.
Lopez back to Poe, far pass. Goes from the right hash all the way to the left sideline, and Jasper Lake reads it like a book.
Yeah, just a great play by Lake there. Receiver just give him a love tap for a block. We could have saw a Red Mountain first down, but it's third down, and Toro Nation is on their feet.
They have an opportunity to make a stop and get the ball back and double up. 3 timeouts for Mountain View, 2 left for Red Mountain. Lopez rolls right. Bodie Wagner.
What a move!
Open
What
deep.
a move!
He's got it! Bodie Wagner down inside the 10. If you give him a deep shot or a jump ball, 99% of the time, B-Dub's going to come up with it.
My goodness, Bodie Wagner, what a move. He put his competition to skates. Put his competition on skates, excuse me. What a catch.
Red Mountain quick to the line. Bogle with the carry up the middle, and he's swallowed up again. The run defense of Mountain View has been dominant when Red Mountain have gotten inside the red zone.
Ball carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle. Brought down by number 9, Caleb Larson.
Boys in blue are playing with fight tonight.
Red Mountain more than happy to let this clock bleed down and give the final blow at the end of the first half. Lopez does a double fake. Schmier wide open, able to make the toe tap.
Got it.
Get across the line. Touchdown, Andrew Schmier. A shoelace catch, and he fights forward. Red Mountain retake the lead.
It was the same exact, it was almost the same exact play. Schmier, this is called an under flat route. It's not quite an arrow. Ball was a little underthrown, but somehow he makes it work.
What a catch and what a fight from Andrew Schmier.
Virtually the exact same play as the last touchdown.
Singh gets the extra point up and through, and Red Mountain on top, 21-14 with 27 seconds left in the first half. Now Mountain View still have 3 timeouts to work with, so depending on what they can do with this kickoff, still an opportunity to come away with some points at the end of this first half.
Yeah, like you just said it, 27 seconds left, 3 timeouts. Mountain View can do a lot of chicanery. Okay, they can go deep into the playbook, much like Brian McDaniel has. Check the spot here. It was very close.
Back to return for the Toros, number 2, Mikey
Good old
Simcoe.
pylon cam.
And number 13,
Definitely fought enough to get it out. And Caleb Larson was in a good spot. He almost got a hand on it to tip it or make an interception out of the hands of Simon Lopez. But a perfect toss over the top, able to connect with Andrew Schmier.
everybody up.
Red Mountain look to go back to that overload on the right side for the kickoff. Sumco will have a chance at it. Sumco fights up the sideline 2 times in a row on the kick return. Gallegos looked like he was ready to deliver a blow if he needed to on the kickoff return. Colin McMullen able to make the tackle before things had to escalate to that point.
By number 2, Mikey Simcoe.
Yeah, you don't want nothing from Braden Gallegos, I'll tell you that. Cade Gaudet on the pursuit as well.
So a chance for Mountain View to respond. 21 seconds left after the kick return from Mikey Sumco to get him out to the 37.
Tell you what, this Red Mountain secondary could see some work.
Goodman goes over the top, can't connect with Wilhelm. Isaac Haney came underneath. Looks like he was seeking the interception.
Brings up second down.
Red Mountain sends 4.
Goodman looking to the right side, and he has an open man, Talon Arnett. First down for Arnett, and a timeout taken by Andy Litton on the Mountain View sideline.
Timeout Toros. This timeout
9 seconds left, and you have the entire field to work with those timeouts. That's a huge benefit to Mountain View in this drive.
Absolutely. It's like 3 stops with a vertical from the outside guy in the trips set.
It's been late in the half, but Mountain View just now getting Talon Arnett involved in the game. He had that carry on the previous drive and then a nice reception there to pick up the first down, but you have that kind of tandem between him and Mikey Sumko. Sumko getting a lot of the action on senior night. This is kind of the back and forth we expected in this game, right? Rivalry night, Battle of Brown Road, a long-lasting history between these two teams. And on top of all that, and just the regular annual rivalry, you have playoff implications in the open bracket on the line.
Don't forget the principal jersey swap.
That might be the biggest of them all. 9 seconds left in the first half. Goodman out of the gun, killing a lot of time. Looks to run, and it's going to be a Hail Mary look for Goodman.
Just bat it down.
Gets it to the end zone. Haney looks for the
caught
pick.
it.
It's caught! Talon Arnett comes up with it!
Are you kidding? You want to talk about a momentum swing? This is huge.
He leads the state of Arizona in receiving touchdowns. Maybe his biggest one of the season comes right there. Talon Arnett picks up number 19 on the year. That one good for 52 yards. And they have a little bit of trickery here on the formation and the extra point. And an offside called with the motion, so we'll see if Mountain View want to go for 2. Yeah, they bring the offense back out on the field.
Mendoza Immigration would like to congratulate the Toros on another touchdown. Encroachment on the Mountain line.
So a chance for Mountain View to take the lead at the end of the half, and they get the ball to begin the third quarter. They go under center, and a timeout taken wisely by Kyle Enders. He sees the formation and talks things over. And what a change of events we have here. These teams have both been throwing haymakers and responding to one another.
That was, I got to say, that was a big haymaker right there for Mountain View. If it's a Hail Mary situation like that, if you're the defense, just try your best just to bat the ball down. Don't try to make any hero plays. Just knock the ball down.
It looked like Isaac Haney was in between both Sumko and Arnett on the jump ball. And it was tipped. It wasn't a clean catch for Arnett. Just a good tip drill, able to stay focused on it and make the grab, and an opportunity now for Mountain View to go up by 1. Jesse Parker Field is electric tonight here at Mountain View.
It's a full house on the away section as well.
Arnett and Sumko line up at the bottom of the screen as we break out of the timeout. 2-point conversion attempt upcoming for Mountain View. Beckham Barney in at running back. Goodman gives to Barney, swallowed up at first. A second effort gets him into the end zone. And it's a 22-21 lead for Mountain View headed into the half. This game is shaping up to be an exciting one, Nate.
Yep.
Back and forth we go. 5 straight drives between these two teams have resulted in points. It's a 22-21 lead for Mountain View. We'll have second half action on RMTV after the halftime break.
This one's for the seniors. You underclassmen, you play for the seniors. You play hard for the seniors. This senior night, it goes by fast. Enjoy every minute of it. You guys get an opportunity to play the greatest sport in the world with your best friends. Let's go, get in here.
See you later. I see your fantasy. You wanna make it a reality, baby. Go see inside of our heads, yeah. Well, now that's over. I see your motives inside. Decisions to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, to take on anyone. I know that you are headstrong. We're headstrong. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is not where you belong. Jesus manifest. Your first impressions got to be your very best. I see your full of shit, and that's alright. So you bring this, you get to every night, but now that's over. I see your fantasy. You wanna make it a reality, baby. Go see inside of our heads, yeah. Well, now that's over. I see your motives inside. Decisions to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong, we're headstrong. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is not where you belong. You belong. I can't
This one should sting real bad. If this doesn't hurt, then turn in your shit. You got it? Let's go, get in here, J-Mo. Hey, everything we want still on the table. Let's toss back. State champs on 3. 1, 2, 3. State champs.
Rogers with Brian Rogers and Melissa Rogers. Casey Soderblom with Stephanie Soderblom, Brian Soderblom, Megan Soderblom, and Casey Moore. Patrick Starks Simon Trusky, with Roy Trusky and Jared Trusky. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear another big round of applause for all of our seniors and their parents. Tonight, the Toro Band is proud to present their 2024 show, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes. The Letters by the Box Tops. Letters from Home by Pat Lafini. Sun Sealed Delivered by Stevie Wonder. And Billet Steel by Portugal the Man. Drum majors Nathan Sandling, Aaron Beechler, and Jack Rivera. Is your band ready? Toro Marching Band, you may now take the field in performance. The Toro Marching Band is under the direction of Adam Risch and Stephen Tuneman. Travis Larson arranges the music and teaches the brass. Jeff Whipple is the program coordinator. Cornell King is the percussion caption head. Corey Waite is the color guard caption head. Colton Johnson is the visual caption head. Tonight's performance is sponsored by MC Engineering. For your machining and automation needs, go to mcengineeringinc.com. Every week, the Toro Marching Band leadership selects the Marcher of the Week. This week, that marcher is Mia Urenga in the saxophone section. Thank you, Mia, for being a dedicated member and teammate and excellent marcher. The Toro Marching Band would like to thank the faculty and staff and administration of Mountain View High School for their support. Finally, a huge thank you goes to the Mountain View Band Booster parents who are there for us every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Mountain View Toro Varsity Pom.
Ain't gang if you let you fly. Ain't bad if you gotta ride. These guns and a lot of zip ties. Say she look like me, quit lying. We gon'
This is Robert Irving, the owner-operator. And we are here to support both schools. And you guys have done an excellent job over the last few weeks supporting this fundraiser. Battle of Brown Road Football Day. So, we're here to announce the winner. Drum roll, please. I am pleased to announce the winner of Battle of Brown Road fundraiser, Red Mountain High School.
$641.63. Thank you so much for all the students and families at both schools for all of your support.
Kickoff for the Mountain Lions, number 46, Brandon Gallegos.
The Battle of Brown Road has been electric up to this point as Mountain View lead 22-21 as we enter the second half. No moment bigger than the Hail Mary 52-yard pitch and catch between Brady Goodman and Talon Arnett to end the first half. We welcome you back into the broadcast. Alongside Nate Smith, I'm Zach Warhack. Nate, Mountain View have a big opportunity to double up to start the second half with the ball after the Hail Mary.
Yeah, no bigger sign of Uncle Mo switching sides to Mountain View. That Hail Mary was a momentum killer for the Mountain Lions.
Sumko with the chance to receive the kick again. He's been good in the return game tonight. Stymied in front of the 30. And we'll see if the Mountain View offense can continue rolling. It's been a huge night for Brady Goodman. Had that 7-yard rushing touchdown, the 3-yarder to Mikey Sumko earlier in the game to start things off, and then that 52-yard Hail Mary to Talon Arnett. And those two have been combining all season long. 19 receiving touchdowns for Arnett, and on the flip side, Brady Goodman, well, he leads 6A in passing touchdowns. Galaviz with the carry on first down, gets out across the 30. And it's really a good spot to see how this Red Mountain defense responds, right? It's a killer to go into the half when you think you're going to have the lead, and then you end up being down by 1.
Yeah, especially coming after a Hail Mary. And not just a regular touchdown, but a Hail Mary. This Red Mountain defense needs to not play hero ball. It's time to play unselfish. It's time to play for each other rather than play for yourselves. Play complementary football. Corner does what the safety does, and vice versa.
Goodman on second down over the middle. Jamison Wade had an opportunity to intercept it off the deflection from Talon Arnett. That would have been the second catch of the night for Jamison Wade, but the first one came on offense with the receiving touchdown.
And a big stop right here. Force a 3-and-out. Yeah, trips to the far side. Mikey Sumko's been
movement all over the place. We'll see what the officials call it on. Sumko got a 10-yard head start. He's all the way out at the 45, and it's a false start that goes against Sumko. If there was ever a time for this Red Mountain defense to make a stop on third down, it's right here, opening drive of this second half.
Got to set the tone early in the second half. Got to bottle up Reese Bodley, bottle up Mikey Sumko, bottle up Brady Goodman.
Goodman looking out, escapes pressure, dances across the line of scrimmage, and it's caught somehow, some way by Sumko.
Hey, great catch by Sumko. I got to give him his flowers on that one. It sets up fourth and manageable, and we already know this Mountain View offense is not afraid of going for it.
Spotted a yard shy, and they decide to keep the offense on the field at their own 36. Goodman's been perfect on the sneaks tonight. Looks to go with the hard count, checks back with his head coach, Andy Litton. Sneak again, and the pursuit in that offensive line just keep pushing forward. Second effort. He goes behind Tavita Tase, and it works out perfect.
Another damage control restoration first down.
So Brady Goodman 3 for 3 on sneaks tonight. And when Red Mountain had a chance to get off the field on third down, the struggles continue.
All set up by a great Mikey Sumko catch.
Empty set for Goodman, 1:15 gone in the third. Quick pass, and Sumko continues to deliver.
Pass complete to number 2, Mikey Sumko. Brought down by number 28, Logan Haney.
Pickup of 9 on first down for Sumko, and his name has been called all night long.
I mean, it's really been Mikey Sumko and Brady Goodman. Brady Goodman, Mikey Sumko, and Reese Bodley. Those are, and throwing Beckham Barney in the mix too. Those have been the main 4 guys on offense.
Goodman, designed quarterback run, fights up the middle, stood up. Cole Edmonds getting his nose in on the tackle, and Edmonds has 3 straight games with double-digit tackles.
Brings up third down and 1.
So no gain on the play makes it 3rd and 1. We'll see how Mountain View elect to play their cards. The sneak has been efficient in these short yardage situations. They go to it again. Goodman surges forward, has enough for the first down as he gets to the Red Mountain 49.
Brady Goodman.
I mean, it's so reliable.
Damage Control Restoration would like to congratulate the Toros on another touchdown. First down.
Saddleoff, Whitney, Colin McMullen all check back into the line for Red Mountain, a fresh set of players there. Goodman, time in the pocket, clean look. Check down, and it's picked.
Look out!
Tyreek Cornett already with a couple pick sixes on the season.
Huge.
Brought down around the 20. Tyreek Cornett comes up in a huge spot for Red Mountain. That's the third interception of the season for Tyreek Cornett, and the first one that hasn't gone for a pick six.
It's a big spot right here. Goodman
Sideline warning on the Mountain Lions.
looking for number 1, Zachary
Intercepted by number 0,
Galaviz.
Tyreek Cornett.
It's a sideline warning on Red Mountain, though. They got to be careful.
Brought down by number 5,
One more, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike.
So Red Mountain start their first drive of the second half, close to red zone territory. Cornett got it back down to the 23. Lopez goes with the freeze count, looks back to the sideline for the signals from Reedy.
Yeah, Wagner soloed up on the near side here.
Lopez looks to pass, goes the other way, jump ball opportunity. Corendis Poe unable to run it down. Brings up second down and 10. What a big stop from the Red Mountain defense. The backs were beginning to come against the wall, and Tyreek Cornett able to jump a route and give this offense a chance.
There's a one-on-one between Corendis Poe, the former Mountain View guy, and number 3, Dominic Gerard.
.8:51 left in the third quarter. Lopez goes out of the pistol. Hand off to Bogle this time, fights off the right side of the line.
Ball carried by number
Pick up
21,
a 4.
Jackson Bogle. Brought down by number 8, Brody Anderson.
Bogle motions out wide to the top of the screen, and it's an empty set for Simon Lopez.
Official timeout.
Whistle from the officials. Checking the ball or the spot? Not
Looks like
entirely
the ball.
sure.
Looks like the ball. Our guy Thomas is on it.
Always has been, always will be. So we get a fresh one out there for Red Mountain. They stay in the same look with the 5 wide receivers out on the field. And it's third down and 6 from the 20. Lopez has ran out of this spot a couple of times tonight.
It's an empty set. Now the receivers on the near side, they were confused on what play call it was.
Bogle comes in for help in the backfield with Lopez now. Lopez checks down. They set up the screen to Bogle, and that's read well. Rain Curiel. Huge tackle, and just a gain of 1 from Red Mountain. And now decision time presents itself with 8:10 left in the third. They look like they'll send the field goal unit out to try and retake the lead.
They're going to send Singh out. It's a little far in his range, but
his long on the season is 33 yards. This would be a new long for him at 36. Singh boots it, gets it up, and it looks true. So Michael Singh has a new long on the season as he connects from 36, and Red Mountain retake the lead 24-22 with 7:30 left in the third quarter.
well, it's a successful drive for Red Mountain. Any drive that results in a point, especially against this Mountain View defense, which has stayed strong and firm, I consider that as a win.
Tyreek Cornett really may have energized that Red Mountain defense, able to give them a little bit of a break with the interception, and it results in a lead-changing field goal off the foot of Michael Singh. It's been that secondary all season long for Red Mountain that have got it done. Between Haney, Red Wing, and Tyreek Cornett, they have 9 interceptions on the season. Singh got the field goal, Gallegos in to kick off. Sumco has had good success in the return game tonight. He's gotten out to the 37 a couple of times. Previous return to start the second half made it to the 27. Gallegos goes straight at Sumco. We'll see what he does this time. Flag flies and Sumco gets out to the 29, but it looks like this one's coming back. Josh Barge happy to see the flag and his special teams unit containing things well.
Illegal block on the Toros.
People blocking the back.
It's been interesting to see the personnel changes from Red Mountain with their defensive front tonight. There have been combinations throughout the year that have been frequent. We're getting a lot more Brandon Saddleoff tonight. Zach Whitney has seen a lot more playing time the past few weeks, as well as Colin McMullen, who comes onto the field now. This is the 6th drive of the game for Mountain View, and it begins at their own 11. Goodman under center, gives to Bodley, and Bodley breaks a tackle and gets the sideline. Bodley with the burst of speed and a stiff arm on Isaac Haney. Well, and pinned in their own territory, Reese Bodley gets him out of a jam.
See, we talk about contain on the defensive line. This is a play that has to be made at the line of scrimmage. Jamison Wade with on a tackle there, and Isaac Haney gets the arm.
Reese Bodley is 4th in 6A in rushing yards. He tacks on to that stat line with a big gain on first down, a pickup of 39. Goodman held on to that for a long time. Lucky to get away with it as Bodley pulls it in, but it's a tackle for a loss from the Red Mountain defense. Those exchanges are always dangerous in the option game, right? If you hold on to it for a little bit too long, then there can be miscommunication on who takes it.
You see that a few games back, Paxton Dorstad was taking a receiver end around. The communication is very important.
Bodley has a big hole this time, gets out towards the 50 and has the first down. A good drive for Reese Bodley. Another one of those seniors being honored tonight at Mountain View.
I mean, I saw some holding on the outside by Jamison Wade and Anthony Gamba.
It's Tavita Tossi in on the block, no call. First down and 10, they go back to Bodley. He puts the hit stick on Isaac Haney, and Reese Bodley is running angry. Good hard running from Reese Bodley. 3 big carries on this drive.
Putting body on the body. Hit stick.
Second down and 3 for Mountain View as they've relied on the run game on this drive. They continue to go there, but this time it's Beckham Barney. They go straight at Isaac Haney again, and he combines with his brother Logan for the tackle.
Brought down by number 15, Isaac Haney.
This is the perfect time to set up play action if you're Mountain View.
Yep, you run to set up the pass.
Goodman, the wide handoff to Barney, and he has room. Haney in on another tackle. Weston Hancock finishes things off. But the rushing attack of Mountain View coming out in the second half is lethal. Just about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mountain View looking to respond. They trail by 2 after the Singh field goal. Barney with a big hole out up front, runs into the official. Jamison Wade comes from behind to make the tackle, but it's red zone territory for Mountain View.
See, it was a great scheme by the offensive line there. Everybody just fans out for Red Mountain. The Red Mountain trenches just fan out.
Red Mountain take a timeout with the run game, working all over them for Mountain View. 4:53 left in the third quarter, a 24-22 lead for Red Mountain. We'll step away on RMTV. Mountain View drive that started at their own 11 has made it all the way down to the Red Mountain 15, red zone territory for Mountain View, looking to retake the lead with 4:53 left in the third. Goodman goes quick under center. Barney with the delayed give, and he fights out across the 10. Isaac Haney has been called on time and time again to make stops in the run game on this drive.
One thing that I've seen on this drive, after every run, the Mountain View running backs, whether it's Barney, whether it's Bodley, they're always falling forward instead of backward. That's going to be a big problem.
Goodman goes back under center. This time they fake it. He rolls out, has his tight end, Porter Wilhelm, and it's a touchdown, Mountain View back on top.
Well, it's a similar concept to what Red Mountain runs with Adrian Schmier, Jamison Wade. There we go, another under flat route. Just an easy catch.
Third touchdown of the season for Porter Wilhelm. Gerard out to attempt the extra point to make it a 29-24 game. Gerard stays perfect on the night, and with 4:34 left in the third quarter, it's a 5-point lead for Mountain View. A big game for them up to this point, fighting for their chance at the open bracket, depending on what else happens throughout the state of Arizona tonight. You have some updates for us there, Nate.
I do have some updates. Basha is taking care of business against Perry, 24-3. It's the start of the second half there. Liberty also handling business against Centennial with a score of 24-3. South Point is beating Brophy 17-14 as of right now. Hamilton keeping it close with Chandler. They're leading 21-14. ALA Queen Creek is taking Queen Creek to the woodshed 35-0. And here's a shocker. ALA Gilbert North is beating Horizon 14-0. Highland is taking care of business with Desert Ridge 42-14. Higley is beating Marysville 21-0. And that's all for the updates for now.
We have a 29-24 game here at Jesse Parker Field. And there's that line drive squib kick again from Mountain View. Cole Edmonds struggles with it for a second and able to just fall on it and handle it. It all comes down to responding for Red Mountain. They've done a really good job tonight. They've scored on 4 straight drives. It's been 3 touchdowns, and then the last one, the 36-yard field goal from Michael Singh. This one starts from their own 33. Lopez with a quick discussion between him and Jackson Bogle. They go to Thorstad on the end around, and he's going to have to outrun a lot, unable to do so. Huge stop by Brody Anderson. He's having a big night. He had 18 tackles between the two games against Red Mountain last season, adding on to that career total tonight.
Yeah, these wide receiver end arounds, it's like playing slots. You can lose it all or you can gain a lot. With Red Mountain, you're looking for some deep shots down the field. Bodie Wagner has seen success in getting open on the post.
A loss of 8 on first down sets up 2nd and 18. Lopez puts Poe in motion and looks to go deep. Pressure coming. Lopez trying to escape, and he fights forward. Picks up a gain of 2. But 3rd and 16, staring Red Mountain right in the face.
It's a good job by the Mountain View trenches getting home. Mountain View earning the line of scrimmage.
Tom Powell, Tavita Tassi, and Caleb Larson all creating pressure on Lopez, pocket collapsing. Lopez looks for a deep shot to B-Dubs. Does he have it? Unable to come up with it. Coverage from Jasper Lake. It looked like Wagner was only able to get one hand out. And a little bit of a battle between him and Lake.
Well, I'd see the replay on this one. It was very tough.
Just a little bit of hand jousting, and the deep ball's been there all night. Bodie Wagner can run.
That's close. Mountain View has the opportunity to open the floodgates, so to speak.
End over end kick from Singh, fielded right around the 45. And Mountain View really have a chance to open up the floodgates. The run game was ever so efficient on the previous drive for Mountain View. Helped him go 89 all the way into the end zone, capped off by the Porter Wilhelm touchdown reception. Much shorter distance to travel here, just 55 to get to the painted area. Goodman goes over the middle, and Arnett has room after the catch. He's been so good out of the slot all season, and he picks up 15 on first down.
Just a quick throw, quick slant. If you play a lot of Madden, it's a money play.
Another damage control restoration first down.
Goodman quick back to the line, and they give to Bodley. He has a lot of room. Bodley breaks free, and it's a 41-yard touchdown for Reese Bodley. Number 10 on the season for Reese Bodley, and this crowd is fired up.
Well, it's just great blocking, great protection by the Toro trenches. And Bodley essentially goes in untouched.
Gerard stays perfect on the extra points. And head coach Andy Litton is firing up the crowd on the sideline for Mountain View. They lead 36-24 with 2:25 left in the third on RMTV. been a 14-3 run to start this second half for Mountain View as they lead at home in the Battle of Brown Road 36-24 with 2:25 left in the third quarter. If you're Red Mountain in this offense, what do you look to do to open things up, Nate?
Well, first and foremost, you need to stop doing the receiver end routes. You're not getting any success with those. The deep ball is working. The deep ball is working. Just stay put.
Kick goes out of bounds this time, and honestly, the special teams have been a huge part of this game in the way that Mountain View have treated the return game of Red Mountain, because we've seen Bodie Wagner be electric all season long. He has a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. That one came against Desert Ridge. But they've been going with those little squib kicks, and they finally boot it deep tonight. It goes out of bounds and gives Red Mountain good field position.
I gotta say, kudos to the Mountain View special teams coach. They're really following the example of winning all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Right now, Mountain View is winning all three of those phases.
We'll see what kind of response Red Mountain have in store. They begin this drive from their own 35. Lopez with the give to Bogle, nothing up the middle. A plethora of Mountain View defenders in to make the stop.
Ball carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle, brought down by a host of Toros.
Good pursuit from Tom Pau in the inside portion of the trenches. Red Mountain slowing things down here. Honestly, a good end of the run from Bogle to be able to pick up 4. Bogle gets it again on second down. He's met by Beckham Barney. And the physicality continues in this rivalry matchup.
It's a big third down here. Pick up the first down, keep the momentum flowing.
I don't think there's a sense of desperation just yet, but Red Mountain really want to put a drive together. Lopez looks to do it through the air, has to escape pressure from Tasse. Goes over the top to his own sideline, incomplete to Schmier. Myron Christensen on the coverage.
Horrendous Poe is open on a crossing route near the middle of the field.
Myron Christensen.
Get the screen right there.
Brings up 4th down.
He found a gap in the coverage, and Lopez never saw him. And with that, it's a 3 and out for Red Mountain. The exact opposite of what they wanted to do for this drive. You think they have a fake punt in store?
Not going to rule it out.
Singh looks it down and kicks this one, and that's a short kick, fair catch waived for. Zachary Galaviz comes up to take it. He hasn't had too much time to return him tonight. He's 6th in 6A in punt return yards, but a few fair catches on those short kicks from Singh tonight. And great field position as Mountain View get the ball back and a chance to extend this lead even further. It was an interception on the opening drive of the second half from Mountain View. Since then, it's been perfect. 2 for 2 on touchdown scoring drives. Quick pass, Arnett has it, outruns Haney, and Red Wing in to make the tackle. A gain of 14 from number 13. Big second half for Talon Arnett.
Cornet needs to get off his block right here on the outside. As he gets thrown to the ground by number 2. number 2, Mikey Sumko.
Hand off and another big gain for Bodley. And it's another Mountain View first down. Reese Bodley has exploded in this second half. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter and the Mountain View home crowd on its feet. A 36-24 lead. And we'll have the final frame when we come back on RMTV. There have been a lot of questions throughout the season surrounding this Mountain View team about the games they've played, their strength of schedule, if the 8-1 is actually for real. Right now, they're proving a point, making a statement against Red Mountain, 36-24. They are on top at home in the Battle of Brown Road and continuing to drive at the Red Mountain 35. Brady Goodman back to the ground, and Bodley makes a nice move in the second level. Reese Bodley continues to break free, and Tyreek Cornett finally makes the stop.
I mean, that's just a grown man's run right there. I don't know who he put on the floor, but that was a nasty move. And that sideline of Red Mountain looking faded and faded.
It doesn't look like Mountain View can do anything wrong on the offensive side of the ball, controlling the trenches, executing in the air. Brady Goodman back in the gun. Gives to Bodley. Jamison Wade comes into pursuit. Anthony Gamba able to make the tackle, and that's the shortest run that Bodley has had in a while.
Brings up second down.
Second and 7 upcoming for Mountain View in the red zone. Pressure comes from the linebacking core of Red Mountain. Goodman takes a shot, looks for Arnett. Does he get it? He does! What a catch for Talon Arnett. Touchdown number 20 on the season.
That was a great catch by Arnett, but you got to give a lot of credit to the guy who took the hit, Brady Goodman. Took the hit from Haney. And drops a beautiful, beautiful pass to Arnett and secures it. That's a catch right there, my friend.
He leads the state of Arizona in receiving touchdowns for a reason. Mountain View continue to pour it on. Up 43-24, 10:51 left in the fourth on RMTV. If the scoreline continues to stay as is, where Red Mountain fall and Mountain View come out on top tonight in the Battle of Brown Road, it could really shake things up in the open bracket depending on how the rest of the games finish. When we talked to head coach Andy Litton prior to the game, he said, I think we're an open bracket team. We want to be an open bracket team, and that's been the goal since the start of the season. They finished 9-1, a big win against Red Mountain. Who knows what could happen?
It's all the computer, man.
Right now, all things are looking good for Mountain View.
Exactly. We can have our fair share of conversations. At the end of the day, it's the computer.
Gerard puts this one through the end zone. And the Red Mountain offense back on the field looking to make anything happen positive. Feels like you need points on the board on this drive, maybe even quick. They have it at their own 20. It was a 3-and-out on the previous drive. And Red Mountain trailed by 19 with 10:51 left in the fourth. Lopez, quick pass, Thorstad cuts it back, and the Mountain View defense quick to get to every ball. Jasper Lake in on the stop.
Got to start throwing the ball a little bit more downfield. Gains of 3 are not going to help you win this game. It's all about throwing the ball 10 yards and at the sticks.
Lopez moves Bogle to his right, and the defensive line for Mountain View adjusts. Give to Bogle up the middle, tries to fight forward, and he runs into a pile of Mountain View defenders. Tavita Tase and Tom Pau get their hands in on the stop. It's a great interior for Mountain View. You know, Tavita has a couple of brothers at the next level. Still looking for offers and the opportunity for himself, but making an impact on the game tonight.
3rd and 4. Need a big play here.
Lopez is empty, and a timeout has to be taken by Red Mountain. And that gets the crowd fired up. So the second timeout of the second half taken by Red Mountain. Take a minute here to give a few reads and shout outs to our sponsor, Weathermasters. Family owned and operated since 1983, plumbing, AC, and water treatment specialists. Proud sponsor of the boys at Red Mountain High School. Also Chuck's Fine Meats, quality meats for all your grilling needs. Family owned, located at McKellips and Power. Great people and great service. A continued proud sponsor of RM football. Two teams break out of the timeout, and it's all systems go for Red Mountain as they trail by 19. Watch out for Caleb Larson on the right edge of this defensive front for Mountain View. He's really been dominating the game tonight. Lopez play action, takes a shot to Thorstad over the middle, leveled but hangs on. There have been some huge hits at the hand of Jasper Lake tonight.
Need to get the offense rolling a little bit. Get the offense rolling. No huddle, no huddle, no huddle. You don't have enough time for a huddle, and you have a Toro down on the field.
Yeah, it's Tavita Tossi. Looking at that right leg, I'm not sure if it's a cramp or something a little bit more significant, but the trainer's out on the field to take a look at him. And we'll continue to give praise to our sponsors. You have Dr. Douglas Griffin at Ortho, Arizona, was voted the 2024 top doctor in Phoenix Magazine. He is Red Mountain Football's foot and ankle specialist and a proud sponsor of Red Mountain Football. Good to see Tavita Tossi able to walk off to the sideline. Between these two sidelines, what do you think the message is at each stoppage?
Say for Mountain View, it's put the pedal to the metal. And if you're Red Mountain, you are one big play away from swinging momentum in your favor.
Bodie Wagner at the top of the screen, singled up with Myron Christensen. He has safety help over the top. Lopez with a clean pocket, steps up into it and takes off and pushed out of bounds right around the 50. Had a little help from Caleb Gibson on the sideline from Mountain View, kept Lopez up.
What to do, what to do, what to do. I don't see Red Mountain running the rock as much as they did.
From midfield, a designed keeper with Lopez, and he shoots forward and slides down right around the 37.
I take back what I said 20 seconds ago. The designed quarterback run, much similar to what they do with Brady Goodman. Precious time is ticking off the clock, though. Red Mountain's down by 3 touchdowns.
And only 1 timeout remaining. Lopez rolls right, throws it back over the middle, nearly intercepted. A dangerous pass, and it looked like Rain Curiel was in on the pass breakup. Curiel already has 2 interceptions on the year, was looking for a 3rd right there. The incompletion stops the clock with 8:28 left in the 4th and gives Lopez time to think things over on 2nd down and 10. Everything covered downfield. Lopez has to escape. Sliding catch made by Thorstad. He's been sure-handed.
Gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up. Third down. I'd say take a shot at the end zone.
Everything for Red Mountain is going to be 4 downs from here on out. Bogle slides the protection to the left. Lopez goes play action over the middle. Thorstad, another catch, able to stay on his feet and cross the 15. The hurry up continues, but time is the enemy of Red Mountain.
It's draining and draining and draining. Got to take a shot at the end zone here.
Lopez gives to Bogle, cuts it back and gets the 10. A pickup of 3 on 1st down.
Carried by number 21, Jackson Bogle. Brought down by number 8, correction, number 19, Jackson Sosha.
Okay, run game. Not ideal in that situation. Bodie Wagner singled up on the near side.
Lopez fakes, rolls out that way, faces pressure, barely able to get it off. Rain Curiel put a lick on Simon Lopez.
Andrew Schmier in the area.
Pressure on the quarterback by number 11, Rain Curiel.
And now, it's crunch time.
Corendus Poe checks out of the game. King Robinson will take his place. 5:05 gone in the 4th. Red Mountain continuing to drive. Lopez with a clean pocket, over the top for Wagner, into the field goal post. That thing is still shaking. Bodie Wagner went straight into it.
I don't think I've ever seen a field goal post shake after a hit.
Lake and Wagner both contributed to it. But a good stop and coverage from Jasper Lake makes it 4th down and 6.
And this one right here, if Mountain View gets a defensive stop, they will ice the game.
Lopez pumps once, looks over the top, has B-dubs, and he's down at the 1.
Gotta hurry up though.
Everyone looks to get set, and there's an opportunity to go back to the run game quick for Red Mountain. Lopez keeps it out in front, and it looks like he has the yardage. The far sideline official gives the touchdown, so Simon Lopez punches it in, and that's the first one that Red Mountain needed.
There's a QB sneak right there. You're still down by 13. Pending the extra point, of course.
Singh fires it through. And a 43-31 ball game with 6:28 left, so time certainly not on the side of Red Mountain. Only one timeout left as well. So there's an opportunity for Mountain View to really manage the clock if Red Mountain can't convert on an onside kick.
Well, Mountain View has the opportunity to continue the trend of scoring 50 points. They have the opportunity to put half a century on a good team in Red Mountain.
It's been their average on the year. Through all 9 games, they have averaged 50 points per game.
You got the hands team out there for Mountain View.
They've only been under 50 points twice this season. So a big spot for Josh Barge's special teams unit for Red Mountain. Gallegos gets at the 10. And it looks like it's recovered by Mountain View. There's a pile on top. I don't think there's too much for the officials to sort out. Well received. It looked like Steve Meadow was the one to come up with it.
It's just time for the defense to make a stop.
It has to be a 3-and-out here. Red Mountain can only stop the clock one more time with 6:26 left in the fourth. And the way that the run game has been going for Reese Bodley and company, they have their hands full. Goodman under center. They go through the air. Arnett has the quick reception. Cornett grabs onto that ankle for dear life.
A good read by Cornett. We've seen him get the pick, take it to the house. And there's the other outcome. Good tackle there.
Tavita Tase fired up on the sideline. He's walking around seeing if he can get any strength back in that leg. He had the injury a little bit earlier on. 2nd down and 9 for Mountain View, milking the clock with 5:45 left in the fourth. Wilhelm motions and a flag goes pre-snap. False start against Mountain View.
False start on the Toros, 5 yards penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Scott Williams makes the call that time, and it backs things up for Mountain View inside their own 50, ball at the 48. Red Mountain can use it for sure. They needed it, but when this Mountain View team have gotten behind the sticks, they've been good. Goodman goes back to Bodley. Gamba comes off the edge to make the stop. He pairs up with Brandon Saddleoff. So the biggest third down of the night upcoming.
3rd and 14.
Brought down by number 2, Anthony Campbell.
You know, Mountain View's going to open up the playbook here, I feel like.
Yep.
You know, Andy Litton is doing a great job with this offense. Brady Goodman's commanding the offense at a good pace. And I think a first down right here seals it in favor of the Toros.
Goodman sets it up. They go with the delayed give to Bodley. He works behind 2, and Bodley slowed down. Ball comes loose at the end. They whistle him down by contact. And that makes it 4th down and 9. And now if you're Mountain View, what do you want to do? Do you want to try one more to kill some clock, or do you just bring out the special teams unit and punt it away? It looks like they decide the latter.
On the punt for the Toros, number 15, John Gerard.
We got 4 minutes. You're down by 12.
Red Mountain didn't use that timeout on that drive either.
I mean, stranger things have happened. Cornette is yet to get a big return, but the Gunners for the Toros have been phenomenal at just getting down there and making them fair catches.
Red Mountain look like they're bringing heat. You just can't jump. There's a false start against Mountain View.
Flag on the play.
I figured something was coming with the cadence there on the punt, and it just got Mountain View on their own.
Remains 4th down.
And that's a big one. It stops the clock as well, correct?
Certainly does. It pauses at 3:48. Well, the official just winds it now, so it continues. We had that one wrong there. Gerard back to kick. He sets up at his own 33.
Look out, here comes the heat.
Nobody gets home. Cornette is going to let this bounce. Dangerous play to scoop it up by Tyreek Cornette, and he's brought down at his own 15. That's a scary sight. So 3:17 for Red Mountain to work with. They trail 43-31, and everything has to happen quick.
Well, we've seen the deep ball for Bodie Wagner be successful.
Shots will be fired from this Brian McDaniel coached Red Mountain offense. Lopez has Bogle to his left, but I think that's just a big sign of pass pro. Lopez looks to go deep on the first shot. Correndous Poe.
Oh, look! Oh, no!
Correndous Poe!
Oh,
All the way to the Casa! 84 yards, Correndous Poe.
Tell you what.
And things just got interesting.
One play, one score, Correndous Poe. Was it a money post? Was it a money post? Yes, sir, it was a money post. It was more like a vertical. Unbelievable.
Jasper Lake has been great in coverage tonight. That time he gets burned by Correndous Poe. And Red Mountain always have a flair for the dramatic in their games.
Cardiac Cats right there.
One score against Hamilton, they lose by 2. And another one-score game against Queen Creek where they lose by 5. This one, also a one-score game. 43-38. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Wow.
Simon Lopez gave it everything that he had. And if there was ever a spot for any trickery that you have in the back pocket that you were saving for the state championship game or something down the line on special teams, you pull it out now if you're Josh Barge.
Brian McDaniel just pulled out his trap card. Things just got interesting on the other side of Brown Road.
Another onside kick look for Red Mountain following the one-play drive to Correndous Poe.
Everybody up for
Gallegos gets this one to bounce, and it's handled well by Curiel. So Red Mountain's defense is going to have to come up big quick.
Good job by the hands team of Mountain View. That's not an easy kick to field, believe it or not.
That's an interesting spot for Curiel to find himself in. He's been really good tonight on the defensive side of the ball. His name was called for the onside kick, and he stepped up to the occasion. A 5-point game. Mountain View have the lead and the ball with 3:06 left in the fourth. Red Mountain need to force a 3 and out. They do still have one timeout left.
Red Mountain View get back to the fundamentals, get the first down, wind out the clock from there.
Brady Goodman under center, and they give to Barney, and he shoots forward, and it looks like he's close to the first down. They mark him short by 2.
I'm not going to lie, that's an interesting spot there. It looked like he rolled on top of the defender for the first down.
A big statement from the offensive line to get that push for Barney to run behind.
Let's take a look at this replay. See if my eyes are deceiving me.
Elbow goes
elbow,
down,
yep.
but yeah, it's close. That is for sure. Red Mountain need to bring the pursuit and close those gaps. Goodman gives to Barney off the right side, and he fights forward to the 40 and has the first down. So the personnel change for Mountain View, where they've had Reese Bodley taking the carries, now they put in Beckham Barney, and he's slow to get up. Barney having a little bit of trouble getting off to the sideline. He's escorted. Looks like he pointed to his chest, so maybe took a shot there. And that final timeout taken here by Red Mountain. Well, they need 3 stops, and even if they get them, there's not going to be a lot left on the clock.
Not at all.
Really good game put together by Mountain View to put up 43 on this Red Mountain defense, who's averaged only 18 points given up on the season. Andy Litton in his first season as head coach for Mountain View, leading them on a playoff push, trying to get into the open bracket. And I'll tell you what, this offense has a lot of signs of that Horizon team that won the state championship in 2021 under Andy Litton. Great balanced attack, good running game, good passing attack. Goodman with the give to Bodley. He's slowed down by Wade and Gamba. In that state championship game for Horizon back in 2021 against South Point, they won it by 10, 38-28. Their quarterback at the time, Skylar Partridge, had 4 total touchdowns, 278 and 3 through the air, and an additional 40 yards on the ground with a touchdown. And just like we're seeing Reese Bodley break out tonight, their running back, Wesley Lambert, went for 143 rushing yards and a touchdown on 33 carries.
Say the Toros ground game has really led them to the 43 points, they have right now.
Bodley with another one, tries to cut back and has nowhere to go. So the run defense for Red Mountain stepping up when they need to.
Just walk away. Anthony Gamba getting a little chippy there at the end. Just walk away. We don't need a repeat of what happened last week.
So 60 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see just how far Mountain View can wind this down.
They're just going to run down the clock.
It'll be very limited time for Red Mountain to do anything. Goodman goes under center. Handoff to Bodley, and he goes down.
It wouldn't matter.
A loss of 5, and the clock will wind out.
Yep.
And the Mountain View Toros reclaim the Battle of Brown Road after falling in the playoffs in the opening round to Red Mountain a season ago. They have a 43-38 victory tonight. It was a great effort for Red Mountain at the end, but just too little too late. Mountain View were able to pour it on in the second half. After that first interception thrown by Brady Goodman on the opening drive of the second half for Mountain View, it was 3 straight touchdowns to cap things off there, and we had a lot of action in this Battle of Brown Road tonight with the 43-38 scoreline on the final. And we'll take a look at how the Battle of Brown Road shaped up. Nate, there was a lot of action tonight.
A lot of action, and you know what? I had some questions about Mountain View, and guess what? They checked off all the boxes. This team is ready to play in the postseason, let me tell you.
We'll see what level of the postseason they land themselves at, depending on what the computers give for strength of schedule, the matchups, the big win against Red Mountain tonight in this rivalry matchup, and where both Red Mountain and Mountain View will fall either in 6A or in the open bracket.
Yep, like I said it multiple times. It all comes down to the computer. What does it say? You know, people don't understand its jargon sometimes. People don't understand the program that's run on. Some people don't understand its calculations and formulas. But at the end of the day, that we just got to listen to it.
A huge night tonight offensively for a lot of pieces on the side of Mountain View. When we look at our players of the game, keys to the game, I think you have to give it to the junior quarterback, Brady Goodman. He's led 6A in passing touchdowns on the season, and he continued to be electric tonight.
Yeah. And let's play this game. All right, my MVP of tonight, that man right there, number 4, Reese Bodley. He's been dominating the ground game for the Toros. He's the stud of tonight's game.
He ripped off that huge 41-yard run to give a lot of life to this Mountain View team. And the Battle of Brown Road belongs to Mountain View. 43-38 the final here. And the bet has been settled that you mentioned at the pregame. It looks like Principal Steve Tannenbaum for Red Mountain will have to be wearing some Mountain View clothing on Monday.
Well, you know, there may be a chance where Mountain View stays in this 6A bracket. Red Mountain, the way things were tonight, they're headed into the 6A bracket. Who knows? We may get something similar to last year where the teams play each other in the postseason. But I'll tell you right now, those guys in white are going to be fired up entering next week.
We'll see how things shape up. Red Mountain have dropped 3 straight, and Mountain View finished their regular season 9-1. It's a 43-38 final here tonight in the Battle of Brown Road. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. A big shout out to all of our student-run production crew, producer and director Tyler Horhan and company. The Battle of Brown Road trophy being hoisted by Mountain View. Everybody enjoy your weekend. For Nate Smith, I've been Zach Warhack. Have a good night.